Haha! What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. Listen, guys, by the end of The Mandalorian Season 2, a lot of people were wondering what way we're going to go with Disney Star Wars. You know, it opened up a whole world of possibilities with the reappearance of Luke Skywalker. Real Luke Skywalker now, not Jake Skywalker, but, you know, for a moment we got to see real Luke Skywalker. And, you know, it opened up a lot of arguments and stuff like that. And, you know, on my video, I remember saying that now you're at a fork in the road, all right? It depends on how ambitious Disney is going to be. Either you can go the way of Jake Skywalker, and that's the way you're going to go, or you can see that there's a lot of possibility here with the introduction of Grogu and Grogu meeting Luke. I don't see any way that Luke Skywalker in his prime, showing him again, resurrecting him again, I don't see any way that that guy is going to turn into that guy. I remember saying that on the video, right? So you would have to be pretty determined to pretty much fuck Luke over again. Basically, that's what you're doing. You're resurrecting him to fuck him over again. You're fucking him at the drive-thru. You get fucked at the drive-thru. So anyway, that's what they're doing, right? Or that's what they could have been doing. I hope that they wouldn't do it, but as time goes on, it looks like Disney remains as tone deaf as ever. And of course, big shout out to all of the guys out there and girls who told us that that was going to happen. You know what I mean? But it doesn't take away from the fact that a lot of us had a great moment. And that's what it was always about. You know what I mean? It was about enjoying the moment. I think most of us knew that Disney would eventually fuck it up. We were hoping that maybe, you know, with Favreau in charge, maybe something different could happen. I hear all of these conflicting reports that it could be possible. But let's face it, as long as Kathleen Kennedy is there, the fuck up is in. You know what I mean? Just like, you know, when you see Lucy in Peanuts, when she's sitting in her booth and it says the doctor is in, as long as Kathleen Kennedy is there, the fuck up is in. All right? So here you have this story. I just saw it. This seems to confirm that indeed Disney, Lucasfilm, remains tone deaf. All right? So it seems now that they are so-called decentering the Skywalkers from Star Wars, right? And they want to divide Star Wars into a bunch of different eras. I guess it's like 6 eras that they want to divide it into now, which takes it away from the focus and the center, which would be the Skywalkers, right? So the 6 eras in question here, I keep wanting to say eras like ERRORS, you know, instead of ERA. That would probably be more accurate. 6 eras in Star Wars are the High Republic, Fall of the Jedi, and Fall of the Jedi. The Fall of the Jedi era includes The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, The Clone Wars, Revenge of the Sith, and then it goes to The Reign of the Empire, which includes The Bad Batch, and Solo, a Star Wars story. They got the nerve to put Solo, a Star Wars story in there, legitimizing Solo, a Star Wars story. You see, the fuck up is in. And then it goes to the next era. Age of Rebellion, which includes Rebels, Rogue One, a Star Wars story, A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. And then it goes over to The New Republic, which includes The Mandalorian, which is the bridge to The Rise of the First Order. See, there the fuck it is. You see, the shit, see, this is what we've been warned about. They are still wanting to be on that collision course with Jake Skywalker. And the Rise of the First Order era includes Resistance. They have the nerve to have Resistance here. Have you guys seen the retardation that is the Resistance show? Oh, how could they try to you think they want to forget about that? They might as well put the holiday special in here. If you're going to put Resistance, Resistance to show, right? The main character was the biggest bitch that Star Wars has ever seen. The biggest soy boy. It's painful watching that show. Absolutely painful. I had to tap out. You know what I mean? But there it is. It's part of the Rise of the First Order era. And then you have The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker. So there it is. They give you 6 eras of Star Wars, which is meant to decenter the Skywalkers in their own story. They've been pushing this as the Skywalker saga all of this time. Now they're taking it back. This is just a small part of the larger story. It no longer centers on the Skywalkers. George Lucas, I am so sorry this is happening, but listen, let me read a little bit of what's going on here. This is on ScreenRant.com, and it says, new Star Wars timeline renames prequel trilogy Fall of the Jedi. All right, so you used to have the prequels, the original trilogy, and I don't even legitimize the sequels, but there it is. All right, you had the three of those. But now they want to rename the prequel trilogy Fall of the Jedi. I never saw it as that crazy. You know what I mean? To me, once again, it was just part of the Skywalker story. It was Anakin's fall to be redeemed by Luke in the next story, but they want to rename it Fall of the Jedi, so there it is. All right, the new Star Wars High Republic books redefine the franchise's timeline, renaming the prequels and decentering the Skywalker story. The release of a new Star Wars novel has redefined the franchise's timeline, naming the prequel trilogy The Fall of the Jedi. Until the release of this newly developed timeline, Star Wars has always been divided into three distinct eras: the original trilogy, the prequel trilogy, and the sequel trilogy. This method of splitting up the Star Wars films was based on the release dates of the three trilogies in the Skywalker saga and treated any additional films essentially as filler material. But with Disney's plan to extend the Star Wars universe beyond the story of the Skywalkers, a revision to this timeline was deemed necessary. Just last week, Star Wars released the first books in their new novel series, Star Wars: The High Republic. This novel series will tell the stories of Jedi living 200 years before the events of the first prequel film, The Phantom Menace. Most notable is the book Star Wars: The High Republic, Light of the Jedi, which serves as the introduction to this new era and helps define the Star Wars timeline in a new way. Well, if it's going to be Light of the Jedi, then I would have named the last chapter that contains The Last Jedi, I would have named that Ass Crack of the Jedi. That probably would have fit better, right? So anyway, it says, as part of the release of Star Wars: The High Republic, Light of the Jedi, the franchise developed a new timeline with 6 clearly bracketed eras that show how each Star Wars movie and TV show fits into the canon. The timeline is now less Skywalker-centric, there it is, extending from the High Republic era to the rise of the First Order. That's a wrap, guys. That's a confirmation that that's what they're trying to do. Now, if that's what they're setting out to do, I can understand the rumor that says that the guys who are behind the High Republic would be pissed off with The Mandalorian, because by introducing Luke Skywalker and having Luke in his prime take baby Grogu, I always keep saying Grogu, I guess it's the Dragon Ball Z thing, but Grogu, by having him take Ragu, all right, it does create a problem, because now you have the whole dynamic of what happened to Grogu, what happened between him and Luke. Did he get killed by bitch boy Kylo Ren? You know, what happened, you know? But since this is not referred to in the so-called Rise of the First Order, whatever the fuck it's called, since it's not referred to, once again, they have the problem of trying to force fit it in there, you know? And it's not going to feel natural now. The story's not going to flow the way that it should, you know, and they continue to make these problems for themselves. They insist on trying to distance themselves from the Skywalkers in the face of what they saw when Luke was brought back and the whole world cheered. Of course we're going to turn around and say, let's continue to move away from the Skywalkers. You know, it's shit that makes no sense, guys. It makes no sense. You know, Disney, you are the biggest crew of fuck-ups ever to hold a movie franchise. The shit practically writes itself, and you guys are driving it into the ground. Oh my God, you are totally incompetent under Kathleen Kennedy's leadership. That's all it is. Listen, surrender, okay? Whatever Favreau did, it worked. People were cheering. Now you gotta let it go. You see, people don't want this bullshit. You know, but there it is. You have 6 new eras, ERRORS, all right, of Star Wars. How do you guys feel about that? Is it legitimate? Are you going to accept this as canon? It's like, And they got resistance in there. I cannot believe they actually put resistance in there also. They don't want to apologize for anything, but there it is, guys. How do you feel about this? You can get in the comment section and let me know. I mean, all of the I told you so's, go on. You deserve it. Get it out there, because this is what's happening. Now, if the rumors are true that there is some type of back and forth civil war going on, I don't know. This is not the channel you come to for the behind the scenes rumors, all right? That's not me. I don't do it. I don't speculate shit. All I am is a spectator. I'm a fan, and I talk about how I feel about these things. I am you, and you are me. But I am he, and he is me. It is what it is, guys. Sound off in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about this. You can like, you can share, you can subscribe, you can catch me on Twitter. I'm going to leave this bullshit article in the description below so you can check it out and tell me what you make of it. All right, guys, that's it for now. Thank you for rocking with me, and I will see you in the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C, and I'm confused. Rock on.